In my interview with Chris, CEO of Providend, I showed him my Business Times article and I told him, Chris, I have followed you for 20 years. You must have a heart of darkness if you do not accept me. Hi, I'm Jit Hwee. I'm a client advisor at Providend. My clients and prospects think very highly of me. So whenever I ask them, when do you think you would like to achieve financial independence? They almost always respond, Jit Hwee, yesterday. That's why I come and look for you. So they always believe that I can pull the rabbit out of my breast pocket. So my interest in financial planning started when I graduated. So I remember I set for myself an audacious goal, to achieve a wealth of X amount at the age of 50. So not trying to flex, but I've now achieved half my goal. So still very poor, but I'm now 49 years old, so very close to 50. So on a more serious note, my interest in financial planning was sparked by a personal experience. So I remember when I was 17 in JC1, I returned home and saw two unfamiliar faces. So they were an insurance agent couple my father had invited to our home. So they spoke to all of us and coincidentally sold the same product, which include my father, who was a taxi driver, my mother, who was a homemaker, my elder brother, who was still serving national service, myself, I was in JC1, and my two younger brothers who were still schooling in secondary and primary school respectively. So regretfully, there was no discussion whatsoever relating to hospitalization and surgical plan. So it was much later in my late 20s when I realized the importance of H&S policy, and I tried to get my whole family to buy H&S policy. Unfortunately, by then, my father, my mother, and youngest brother, they faced rejections, exclusions, and heavy premium loading due to pre-existing conditions that had developed since our engagement with the insurance agent couple. So I was quite disappointed, in fact, angry for a period. The couple made their commissions and we move on with life. Yet my family is still holding on to the burden of their less than complete advice. So in my mid-30s, I decided to take greater control of my financial destiny. So I self-financed my education to be a certified financial planner. And also partly because I knew that in time to come I would enter this industry. I first learned about Providence when I came across this 2003 Business Times article titled Commission versus Fees. So I was instantly captivated by the fee-only model, which I believe in. And since then, I followed Providence and Chris, the CEO, as their values and philosophies resonated strongly with me. After I graduated, I did explore and think about joining the financial planning industry as it was my interest. Ultimately, I embarked on a career in audit as that was more closely related to my accountancy major. So I went to one of the big 4 audit firms for 5 years. After that, I became an internal auditor at a sovereign wealth fund for 18 years. So along the way, there were some growth and opportunities. My financial commitments also increased. So I had a mortgage and I have 3 children, which are unlimited liabilities. So the opportunity costs become higher and higher. My mother passed away in August 2021 due to pancreatic cancer. We had less than 8 months to prepare. So that prompted me to rethink my life priorities. So I decided to pursue a career in which I have a deep interest in, for which I believe over time I will have greater control of my time. So when I first read the Business Times article, I thought how interesting it would be if I were to cut it up and show it to my future interviewer in a fee-only firm 15, 20 years later. So in my interview with Chris, CEO of Providend, I showed him my Business Times article and I told him, Chris, I have followed you for 20 years. You must have a heart of darkness if you do not accept me. So I didn't exactly use those words, but something along those lines. And my interview was effectively over in 8 minutes, 88 seconds. So in fairness, I prepared for my interview 20 years ago. I feel a deep sense of responsibility towards my clients. So truly humbled that they are so trustful of me, that they are willing to share very personal experiences and thoughts with me. For example, how certain childhood experiences have shaped their money values, and even for some very senior executives, how sometimes they feel vulnerable about their job security. So, and for many of them, they trusted us to want us to invest all of the bulk of their wealth with Providend. So I always reminded myself that I want to give them an experience that the insurance agent couple did not give my family. I want to give them unbiased, competent, and personable advice, to give them the peace of mind to be able to achieve their non-negotiable life goals in a most reliable fashion. So from time to time, my friends will ask me, Jit Hwee, when do you think I should start my financial or wealth planning? So my response to them is always the same: yesterday. And if you really want to set yourself up for success, 20 years ago. And for those who have not started, I always pose this question to them: if not now, when?